Hi, boys and girls. Happy Wednesday.
Hump day. All
Woo.
right. We're going to go over the question of the day first. So it was a quote today you were supposed to have read. A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. So one way to think about that quote that Mrs. Dana Jealous and I talked about was when a tree doesn't have any roots, it's really weak and it's dying, doesn't grow very tall, and it can be knocked down really easily. But on the contrary, when a tree has really deep roots, it's strong and it grows tall, and it's not swayed by the wind, and it's firmly planted. Okay, and that's another way you can think about people that don't know about their past history and their culture. Maybe they don't know where they fit in or what their identity is, and they're easily swayed. Whereas people who understand the history of where they come from, where the history of mankind comes from, they're stronger and they're stronger in their identity and their beliefs. And that's just one way you could think about this quote. However, we said to describe what it could mean. So it could mean anything that you thought of, and there's no wrong answer. We just want you to use complete sentences. And then also, number three, think about your own past and your own history and culture. And that's one of the reasons we wanted you to do a timeline project as well, so that you can think about your lifetime. And now we're going to discuss section 2 of chapter 1.
Okay, boys and girls. So, in your book, like we said, we don't need to read everything word for word in the book, but we do want to go over a few things with you. So, you'll see here, this book actually acknowledges that sometimes students are skeptical about social studies, or they don't love it as much as Miss Richards and I do. And they'll even ask, why do we have to study it? Why do we have to get into that? So we're going to embrace that question this year. This will not be the only time we talk about this. We're going to start getting used to the idea of social studies and finding things about it that we like. So social studies covers a lots of different things. Oops, Miss Richards. Computer's a little different than mine. So anyways, I want you to look down here, please, because this definition is too long and kind of boring. But the fun part about it is shows that social studies covers all of these different things: anthropology, archaeology, economics, geography, history, law, philosophy, political science, psychology, religion, and sociology. Those are all different areas that social studies taps into and studies and looks at and analyzes. So when we say to you, we don't want you to be the memorizers of information, we mean that. What we mean is we want you to embrace these different ideas, these different thoughts, and become thinkers, analyzers. Where's the information coming from? Who's putting it out there? What do they mean by that? How can I use that? And talking about your timelines and the roots of a tree, where do things come from? How do they start? How do they spread? What are those seeds like when they go out? So today we're going to start that project, or that idea, I guess I should say, with understanding the 5 W's of social studies: who, what, when, where, and why. We're going to analyze those things today in section 2 of this chapter.
Yeah, so what that's going to look like is you within your crew are going to divide up into 5 smaller groups, and each group is going to get a packet, okay? And the packets have different labels on them: 1, 2, what, when, where, and why. And once you are able to move outside, you will get in your small groups, and there will be 3 jobs for each group, okay? So the first job is we need someone to be the reader, all right? And you're going to read the highlighted section of your packet, okay? So you're not reading the whole packet, just reading the highlighted portion. You can choose 2 readers if you'd like. Another job, the second job, is the scribe. The scribe is writing down any important points that your group feels like they need to teach the class, because what you're doing is once you move back inside your classroom, you're going to be teaching the class on what you learned in your highlighted section. Okay, so you're the teachers today, not us and not your crew leader, all right, your crew teacher. So the scribe is writing everything down, all the important points, and then the third job is to have a spokesperson, and that is the person that's communicating to the rest of the class what your group talked about and what the rest of the class needs to know, because we're moving on. We're starting the next section tomorrow, and so your classmates need to know what your section was about in a really concise and organized manner, okay? So do your best work, and we want you to work together, and we're making this more fun. We're going outside, but we want you to focus on your section, the who, the what, the when, where, or the why of learning history, okay?
Thanks, boys and girls. We think you'll like today, so please work your best and teach your other classmates about your section.
All right.
Have a great day.